The meditation we're going to practice is the ABC body scan meditation. It'll take about 25 minutes. And really the purpose of it is to take some time to explore the inner experience of our body. Just maybe notice the detail of what's happening in there that gets missed during the busyness of an ordinary day. So we're going to get ourselves settled. The practice itself will be a little over 20 minutes. And then at the end, there'll be an opportunity for a bit of quiet reflection on how you experience the practice, anything that stood out for you. So let's just start by making sure that we've got a safe, protected space where we can be undisturbed. Maybe checking the phone is switched off, that we aren't going to be interrupted for the next 25 minutes or so. Just really taking the time to make sure that we're in a place that we can allow ourselves this gift of time just for ourselves, just for our own benefit. So in this space, we can start by adopting a comfortable posture. One where we can feel comfortable and relaxed, and yet attentive. Ideally, perhaps seated on a firm chair or surface, with our back comfortably upright. Or if sitting's not comfortable, lying down is fine, just respecting whatever the needs of your body are. Hands can rest in the lap, palms facing up or down, and if you're comfortable to close your eyes, just let them gently close. If you prefer to have them open, just let the gaze focus softly on something a few feet in front of you. Now, before we move into the main body of the practice, let's just take a moment to notice if we're carrying any intention for practicing today. Is there anything there like a intention to invoke some relaxation or free ourselves from some feeling or situation, or some kind of self-improvement, or any other kind of agenda that might be there for the practice today? Just taking a moment to notice that and acknowledge it. All of those are perfectly good intentions. Nothing wrong at all with having those intentions, but just like to invite you to consider, once they're acknowledged, just suspending them for this practice. Just seeing if it's possible to focus on the fundamental intention of mindfulness today, which is just to be present with whatever experience we find. Just allowing it to be exactly as it is. Just seeing if that's possible. And so we're going to move into the main practice itself. And say this is an ABC practice, A standing for acknowledging, B for breath, and C for connecting. So to start off with, just like to invite you to acknowledge whatever your inner experience is just at the moment. We might call this the inner weather. Overall, what are we experiencing right now? Just noticing maybe what body sensations make themselves apparent. If there are any emotions around at the moment. The mind may be busy with thoughts. Or it may be quite peaceful. Just noticing however the state of play is right now, and seeing if we can just allow it to be as it is. And moving into the B section, breath. Just noticing where it's most easy to observe the breath. It might be a point at the where the air enters the nostrils, or in the rising and falling of the belly as the breath enters and leaves the body. Just noticing where it's easiest today to be aware of the breath. And see if we can just rest the awareness there for a moment, allowing the breath to be exactly as it is. We're not trying to practice any special breathing today. Just allowing and observing. Move into the C section, connecting. Just allowing the attention to just move gently from the breath all the way down to the feet. And resting the awareness in the feeling of the feet connecting with the floor, or whatever surface they're being supported by at the moment. Seeing if we can just find that feeling of connection and rest the awareness in it for a moment. Just paying attention to how the feet feel. Maybe we can start by taking the attention into the toes. Noticing if we can find any particular sensation there. There may be no sensation at all. Letting the attention extend through into the balls of the feet. The arches of the feet. And into the heels. Just noticing any sensations that might be there, whether they're hot or cold at the moment. Just allowing any sensations that we find to be exactly as they are, if it's possible to do that. While we're allowing ourselves to be aware of these parts of our body, if we find that we've drifted away and the attention's moved on to something, which frequently happens, completely normal, just notice that it's happened, notice where we've gone, and acknowledge that. And see if we can just, without any judgment, just gently turn the awareness back towards the feet and into the heels. And then the attention flow upwards into the ankles. Noticing whether there's perhaps any stiffness or whether they feel easy. Acknowledging what we find. Gently letting the attention flow into the shins, the lower legs. See if we can allow the awareness to move through the muscles and through the bones. Being curious. See if we can bring that friendly curiosity to the inner world of our own body. Just letting the attention move upwards through the lower legs and into the knees. As either of the knees ask for particular attention, just allow ourselves to move to anything that calls for our attention and just be interested in it. Letting ourselves become aware of the thighs, any sensations that are there. If we find any unpleasant sensations anywhere, seeing if it's okay to allow these sensations to be as they are and bring a friendly acknowledgement. Seeing if that's possible, just to let them have their say. And continuing the awareness moving upwards into the pelvic area. Noticing any sensation we find. And flowing on up into the lower back. Noticing if there is any tension stored here or if it feels easy at the moment. Again, if the attention, we discover the attention has wandered at all, just gently acknowledging that without judging it. This always happens. Find that the attention has wandered. Just gently bringing it back into the lower back. And start to become aware of the stomach area, the lower abdomen. Gently exploring that area with our awareness. And up into the solar plexus. the mid-back area. Your attention slowly flow from the mid-back to the upper back, and including an awareness of the shoulder blades. Is there any tension there, or does it feel easy? Each time we practice this, we might find something different. Noticing the chest, whether the chest is maybe moving with the breath, or maybe it's quite still. Any sensation in the chest? Letting the awareness flow out into the arms, the upper arms, and if any arm is asking for more attention, allowing ourselves to give it that attention, acknowledge whatever is there. Moving down through the elbows, forearms, the attention flow into the hands, and spread through the hands, right through the fingers. Gently flowing back upwards through the arms and into the shoulders themselves. Very often find some tension here, but maybe not. Maybe not. Just noticing how it is today. Exploring the area where the neck connects. Your attention through the neck. Noticing any sensations that are there. Letting the attention begin to flow into the back of the head and explore that whole area upwards from the neck into the back of the head. Noticing how our ears are feeling. And gently moving over through the top of the head. And down into the face. Bring attention into the eyes. The cheeks. The jaw. Also so often tension there. Just noticing if that's true for you today, or whether it feels free, easy. Whatever is there, you just notice. And just allowing our awareness to spread out, to take in the sense of the whole body, the whole energy of the body just being here. All of those areas that we just explored as one overall experience. Just resting in that awareness for a moment. Before letting go of the practice for today, maybe if it feels comfortable, just giving ourselves an acknowledgement of gratitude for just allowing ourselves the gift of this practice today. Allowing ourselves the time to give this detail of attention to our body. Knowing that we can come back to this practice anytime. And now letting go of the practice and gently bringing the 5 senses back into the room and the space we're in. Maybe allowing a little bit of movement back into the body. Adjusting our posture if we need to. But taking a few moments to just reflect on how this practice has been. Very often useful to, at the end of a practice, just take a moment to notice what our experience has been this time. It may be different every time we do it. Whether it was difficult, easy, pleasant or unpleasant.